Okay, so today I will be demonstrating how to put concepts on a vertical staff for the language of dance. So first we need to pick a couple concepts to play with. So let's play with the concept of any flexion, rotation, traveling, and extension. So we have these concepts, and to put them on a vertical staff, we need to indicate that the score starts somewhere. So we'll create a double bar line. We want our double bar line to be wider than our symbols that we've generated. So a first option would be what I call a sequence score, which is a score that focuses on an order of dance notation, starting at the bottom, moving to the top, but without specific timing indications. So let's place our concepts in a sequence score. Rotation, traveling, extension. Oh, and we always want to include, we don't always, but it's always fun to have stillness. And then at the end of my sequence score, I'll put another set of my double bar lines. So this would be a very basic sequence score. You start at the bottom, remember, any flexion, any rotation, traveling on a pathway, any extension, and then stillness. And so there's lots of variety that can be generated here. The next step, so this would be something I might give to K through third, K through fifth, really. Over time, they could build up to this, certainly. And then we have a sequence score that now has timing. So we call this relative time, where the space on the page indicates the relative amount of time a movement takes. So what you'll see happen is some of the symbols will stretch and others will add an action stroke. So first we'll do our any flexion, and this time let's have the any flexion go for quite a long time. And then I want a very quick any extension. Notice I'm writing a little smaller now that I'm writing this relative time, because I want to have a little more space. So then a quick any extension, and I can even add a little duration line there so that we know that there is duration there. And then I have a traveling on a pathway for quite a long time, and then let's make a quick rotation, and then we'll end in stillness again. And then I have my double bar line at the top. So this is an example of relative time. So relatively, the flexion and the traveling would take a similar amount of time, and then the extension and the rotation would take a shorter amount of time. So then the next option would be metered time. So again, we start with our double bar lines. Now, because it's metered, we want to be a little more precise in how long things take. So what I like to do is I like to add a tick in the middle, and a tick and a tick. And so we're going to put this in 4/4 time. So I indicate to my reader that there is a 4/4 time. And then I can indicate what beat. So essentially, this whole area is beat 1. This is beat 2. This is beat 3. This is beat 4. 3 got a little bit wonky, but you get the idea. So now maybe I would like my flexion to happen for 1 count. And then I would like to turn for a 1/2 count and then extend for the other half of the count. And then I'd like to travel and then I'll take a stillness. So here I have my flexion on count 1. It might be any flexion and then 2 and. This would be turn, extend, travel, and stillness. So if I had a pulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, it would go flex, turn, extend, travel, stillness. Flex, turn, extend, travel, stillness. This is advanced because it's ending on count 2, which is kind of exciting. So this would be, again, this would be more for my my high school students or advanced students who've been working with this work for a while. Let me fix my focus, see if that helps. There we go. And then this age, it depends. It depends on how long you're working with students, but I would say grades 4 through 8 for this type of thing, and then up to the high school. So you can work with 1 concept at a time, 2 concepts at a time. You can put them in a sequence score. You can add relative timing, and you can add metered timing, and they'll all create a different result and hopefully give you somewhere to grow with this work over time. All right, let me know if you have any questions, please. Okay, bye.